Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing. Look at that! Look at that! A nice haircut going on there. I love it.
No, looking sharp. Sponsored by. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you guys all for joining us on your Sunday evening. And I like your. I'm not sure if there's a jersey or what you got going on there, but I like the color combination there.
Yes, it is from the TV show Shoresy. It's my Shoresy jersey since we're in hockey season now.
Yes. Yep. I'm definitely into. It's been a nice 5 days of watching. Now it's been crazy though because there's been so much going on with sports that like I want to watch it more, but then there's NFL, then there's baseball playoffs, even though my team's on it. That's just hard to like, and I want to chat. I know we're going to talk about other stuff. I want to talk a little bit about that 15-inning game, which was incredible.
Oh, it was a wonderful game.
Really
before we go any further, I just want to say, ever since you've gone to Panthers Squared, no team named Panthers that plays pro sports has lost.
That's correct. Yep. Today I was very happy. Again, couldn't watch it. Becoming more difficult to be a fan when you can't watch a single snap. But
now, do you have the NFL update? NFL Live, that kind of thing, because that's what I watch now, and it's free, and it just shows you each game goes from one to another to another to another. I love it.
Is that through ESPN? You said?
No, it's just with the NFL Network.
Oh no, we don't get that, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm kind of holding out when they play the Bucks and when they play the Jaguars. That's probably the only time we'll get to see them on TV.
Bucks won again?
Yeah, they did. Big game. Chris was actually at the game, and he was saying, I guess, another nail biter. But that last second field goal kind of sealed it at the end. But
did you mean Chris Bennett from Nashville Tax Solutions?
From Nashville Tax Solutions, and I want to get there. I was going to share a thought. So I have groceries being delivered in 3 minutes. So once they get here, I thought that would be a great opportunity to kind of go over. Have you mentioned about Nashville Tax Solutions?
Yes.
Yeah. So then they won't even know I'm gone. It'll be awesome. But so I saw a little bit of that game, and I was refreshing every couple minutes with the Panther game, and was very pleased to see that every time the Cowboys went ahead, the Panthers caught them up. So super cool.
Well, I got to tell you, one of the many reasons that the Panthers won that game was it was a 4th and 4 with like 3.5 minutes to go. And the whole world thought that they were going to punt, and they went for it, and they got the first down. And I love that. I mean,
yes.
you got to be aggressive to win. And that's the reason the Jets lost, by the way, because the Jets had a chance to win, and they kept punting the ball or whatever the case may be, or sitting on the ball. And that, when you play not to lose, what happens? You lose.
You lose. And what was and this isn't me being snarky or anything. This is a legit actual question. The passing yards, was that right? That I saw -10 or something?
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, what did they get? 77 for the whole? I don't know. It was just really bad. Justin Fields holds on to the football like it's Velcro to his hand, and he just doesn't give it up. And when you have an offensive line that's not very good, this is what happens.
This is the outcome of that. Yes, unfortunately. And I did. What else did I notice from today? There was something that stood out. Oh, the other thing was the Baltimore Ravens lost again. 3 point. Like the first game of the season, it was like, okay, we're legit seeing the best two teams in football playing on opening day, and it's going to be that way. And then ever since then, even though they lost that game, the wheels completely fell off. I didn't see a snap of that game, but oof, I don't know what's going on there. But
as you know, this was the second game in a row. At least Lamar Jackson did not play this game. He said he had a hamstring or whatever. And I can tell you this: hamstrings, pulls, those are things that tend to seem to happen when you're losing or the locker room is not cohesive. the times you tough it up, take a pill, whatever, get a massage, get out there, seems to stop sometimes. And that Raven team looks pitiful. And I don't know if it's because they've given up already. It's a long season. And right now, look at the Patriots. They're pretty much in first place in the East. So things could turn around quickly. But the Ravens look terrible.
Yeah, they do. And of course, the Bills play the Falcons tomorrow night, but I think the Patriots are 4-2, so they're right there.
Yep. And remember, they beat the Bills, so if they're tied, they're ahead.
Yep. And Jaguars had a big loss today. Some interesting things, but not too many surprises this week compared to last week, though. That I can say for sure. But tonight, guys, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have some open discussion, I should say, about some of our favorite traditions, whether it be on a football Sunday, whether it be this is the perfect time of the year with, whether you're just big into fall, maybe you don't celebrate Halloween, but you're a fall harvest person, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that good stuff. And I'm sure we'll do some more content as it gets closer to that. But just thought it'd be a lot of fun to just talk about some traditions that we've had forever. And then there's some that have probably been picked up along the way. We don't have here, at least we don't have like these large family Thanksgivings like local, because families kind of spread out everywhere. So as you know, usually our times are like 4 to 6 people, which is perfectly fine. A lot easier to clean up and leftovers and all that good stuff. But what do you call it? Yeah, so gonna be a lot of fun. And yes, Mom, thanks for jumping on and saying hello as you always do. Appreciate you. But yeah, Darren, so before we get started, would you mind just sharing a few words from our sponsors over at Nashville Tax Solutions?
Absolutely. Palm Bay, for what, years? Are tax problems weighing you down? Are you behind on the filings? You're facing a lien. Nashville Tax Solutions here with the expertise and dedication that you need. Their experienced team handles the IRS, so you don't have to. But don't just hear it from us. Clients do say it best, like a client who told us Chris Bennett and his team turned a nightmare into peace of mind. They're sharp, they're honest, and you can tell that they truly care. So don't let tax stress take over your life. Call 855-627-4829. Visit NashvilleTaxSolutions.com or email info@NashvilleTaxSolutions.com today. Nashville Tax Solutions, real help that brings real results. Back to you, Mike.
I'm back. Yeah, so I'm still here. So guys, if you're watching along, you'll see me dip for about 3 minutes as I grab the groceries. Any minute now they'll be here. So Darren will get you covered those couple minutes. So don't worry, not going anywhere. But I see you guys just jumped on. So thank you guys so much. Let us know you're here. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that good stuff. Hit the heart emoji if you want to, too. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Love that.
But we are on our way to 3,300 subscribers. That's the next goal here. So please help us with that. And just a shout out, too, as well. I'm helping to promote a new charity softball tournament that's coming up on Saturday, November the 29th here in Palm Bay. It's going to be, we're partnering with Toys for Tots. And we're going to do a draft style tournament where we're going to meet up on the 21st. We're going to, all the names that have signed up and registered, they'll get to click that link. They show up at the draft on the 21st. It's going to be a blind draft, and then they'll be assigned a team. And then it'll be a round robin style 5-team guarantee or 5-game guarantee on the 29th at Fred Poppy Park in Palm Bay. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then we'll have the championship. The 2 best records will play in the championship. So a full day. You're not just going to play 2 games and go home. You get a full day of action out of it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And the cost is $0. We are going to have basically where you bring a free toy and then you'll get to play. So with that, I got to jump to get the groceries, Darren. So if you can just hold down the fort for just a moment.
Sure.
I'll be back and get to some good conversation.
Thank you. What are you all looking at? No, I'm just kidding. So, first of all, I want to thank you all for being here. Watch, discuss. I know here on Around the Ballpark, we talk sports, we talk culture, we talk movies, we talk Halloween, we talk a lot of different things. Anything going on in culture, anything that's going on in life, we're here for you. Now, here's the thing, a couple things. You know, I love movies, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about some movies, which the movies this summer, and you know, we did the whole 30 movies, upcoming summer blockbusters, whatever they were. There's a lot of really bad movies. A lot of just, listen, I embrace and lean into and have a lot of compassion, and just the fact that a person has the wherewithal to get on stage or to perform or to make a movie is wonderful. But at the same time, if somebody says, hey, should I spend my money on this? I have to be honest. There's been a lot of movies out there that, nope, no good. I mean, what movie did I think was the worst movie of the summer? In some ways, it was the new Captain America movie, which was just awful. And it's not just because it was a new Captain America. I leaned into him and was so happy that he was Captain America. But the Green Hulk and and like you could tell that Harrison Ford, just who's a wonderful actor, he just kind of like he melded in, right? I mean, that was terrible. And the new Superman, I thought was goofy as all heck. Didn't like it at all. And there's a really good movie called Sketch. If you get a chance, see the movie Sketch. So good. It was a very little movie, small budget, put out by Angel Productions. And it was very, very good. I went to see Rocky Horror Picture Show again in theaters. You can see it, of course, streaming as well, but something a little different about seeing it in the theaters, because you know all the hijinks that used to go on if you're of a certain age. But even now, even without those hijinks, where there was a lot of interaction between the audience and the screen, it was good. You'd enjoy it very, very much. Smashing Machine. Did anybody see that? So, I want to talk to Mike about that when he gets back. Kind of unpack that a little bit, because as you know, it's based on a true story. And then of course, after you see the movie, they sometimes take liberties in true stories. Whenever you see based on a true story, means that it's not following the script of what really happened as much as they sort of, what's going on? We'll see. So Mike looks like he's back now. He unloaded the groceries. Love that. And so I was talking movies. And then my question to you is, so what could you tell me about this MMA fighter that was portrayed that you know of by The Rock in Smashing Machine? And did you see the movie yet?
No, so definitely did not see the movie. But we're trying to make it out to the movie theater. Like that was hopefully the goal. We were going to try to see Tron, and as usual, it doesn't work out with our busy schedule. But I know that for the first time in a long time, he was very nervous to do this scene, and it required him to lose a lot of weight. And I think almost 50 pounds, right? I'd say something like that. But I think he wanted to show expand his repertoire, I guess you would say, over like what he can do and that sort of thing. So I'm interested to see how it has done. I know that they're expecting good things for this movie. I haven't read any reviews or anything like that, but there was one that's on my list that I do want to see.
Yeah, so I saw it, and I won't, whatever, but I will tell you this. If his thought was to expand his acting chops as he gets older, he was very good in it. He's a good actor. The Rock is a good actor, and he did a really good job in that. So I definitely want to hear what you think. We do see it, but he really played the role very well. Did I like it as much as the wrestler? No, but the wrestler was elite. He was exceptional in it. The movie's was pretty good. That's all.
It was pretty good. And now, did it come out this current weekend or last weekend?
Last weekend.
Okay. What do you call it? Okay, good to know. I will put that on the list. I have a lot of vacation time too. I was thinking one of the things I've always wanted to do was to just take a day and like veg and like get there at 10 in the morning and do like 3 movies. You know, maybe go grab some lunch, come back, that sort of thing. But that's always been like something that was interesting to me, is to do that. And sports fan, I guess, had seen the movie. He says he gives it a 7 out of 10. So,
nice,
good rating. But
absolutely. Well, sports fan, if you can hear my voice, thank you. No, if you can hear my voice, what did you think of The Rock's acting in it? I thought it was very good. I thought he was very good. And I thought he was the movie. Him and the young woman who played his wife.
What do you call it? So that'll be on the list. Tron will be on the list as well. So if we can get out there. But yeah, tonight, guys, we wanted to just kind of, Halloween is what? Not even, well, it's like 2.5 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
So wanted to talk about traditions in regards to Halloween. I know we've talked about before, like it's younger and younger when people go trick-or-treating. Like they don't go trick-or-treat. It seems like 13 now is the new age of like, ew, gross, it's too old.
Right.
So what do you see? I know we were talking about, like, in your neighborhood, you don't quite have as many, you're still prepared just in case, that sort of thing. But like, what do you, if you had to guess, like what's that age where they just kind of stop? Like, is it 12, 13?
I think so. 7th, 8th grade, somewhere in there. Well, so once you hit high school, you know it. And then there are some people that are thinking, 8th grade. But then here's the funny thing. About 10th grade, you always get these people, they just want to dip their toe in that water one more time. So It's very interesting. You don't see a lot of freshmen, but you see some juniors out there. And because they realize that they'll never get to do this again, most likely, when they start to want to be, quote unquote, play adults. No, go out, trick or treat, enjoy yourself.
And I see it in seniors as well. Like
yes, agreed.
I know Aiden's got that itch. He hasn't wanted to the last 3 years. He's 18 now. He wants to do it one more time. Like just before it's like
he should.
Yeah, definitely should. And we had chatted about in episodes past about like, those that want to decorate for both. Do you decorate for Halloween first, then fall? Do you do both at the same time? That sort of stuff. I know I saw like at the local stores, I saw Thanksgiving fall type decor. I would say probably right after 4th of July. It was like mid-July. We're starting to see it on the shelves already. I'm like, okay, that's a little too early. Still should be having, a lot of buy one get one frees now on pool supplies and anything summer. Of course, as always happens, they wait until it's over and then they, try to discount everything.
I want to clear the shelves.
Yeah, I want to clear the shelves for the next thing. So I think Halloween falls on a Friday night this year. I think it is.
I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh, please.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's right. I believe that's going to be the case. So, but what do you like now? Like,
it's a Thursday. I just had somebody just messaged me to say that it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday this year. Okay.
And this person also said that I was smart not to say anything bad about Harrison Ford, or they would choke me out.
That's extreme, but okay.
Yes. But they said that with a lot of love, so that's a good thing. But no, he wonderful actor. Can you name his first movie that he became famous for? It was not Star Wars.
I cannot name it. I will defer to somebody else. I cannot name that one.
American Graffiti.
American Graffiti was his first. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I knew that was an earlier one, but I didn't know that would be.
Yep. Harrison Ford, Suzanne Summers, Cindy Williams, who played Shirley in Laverne and Shirley, and young Ron Howard. So that's just a whole potpourri of stars.
Okay. I would have never guessed that. Okay. What do you call it? But yeah, I'm excited for the season. All things whether it's a good smelling candle when you walk into
by the way, they just corrected themselves. Halloween is Friday. Don't ever doubt the Mike Redman. Just don't. You like to put the thought there? Don't ever doubt the Mike Redman.
Okay,
yes, it's Friday.
I'm excited. So it is Friday. Okay.
Yeah,
that's really cool. But I'm really excited. I'm going to go ahead and share a quick video here in just a moment. But
love that.
I'm excited because I was always looking for something unique to do for Halloween. Obviously, I'm not trick-or-treating anymore. Kids are too old for, Aiden's going to do his own thing with his girlfriend, probably, that sort of stuff. So, and people don't come to neighborhoods anymore. They go, like we were saying, they go to different gated communities now and things like that, or they go to places. So I was like, there's got to be something, because we've been itching. I don't know about you, like we've been itching to go to a concert for quite some time now, and like just trying to find one close by and all that kind of stuff. We just haven't been able to do that yet. So basically I'm kind of we're kind of looking around trying to see, okay, what is there that we can do, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to expand this. So this is a cool little thing that we're going to probably hit up. I want to make sure that I'm going to share my screen, guys, so you guys can see. So if you're like me and you're a local in the Florida area and you're looking for something to do, this is called Hallowed Worship Night. It's put together by Revive Church, and it looks really, really interesting. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what it is that I'm going to be looking at, because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So give me 1 minute, and I'm going to expand that. And here we go. Let me get the volume up there. Here we go. So it looks very interesting. It's called Hallowed, and it's going to be in the Stewart area. So going to check that out. I couldn't get the full screen that I wanted to, but that's okay. So yeah, it'll be something fun. It'll be an outdoor concert. Weather actually has been pretty nice. It dipped down to 71 yesterday, and 69 last night. So it was great.
You saw last time we went live, you saw it was what, 40 degrees here? Making me a little jealous right
now. So we actually went to last night. And I and some friends went to SeaWorld, and we did my fifth event of the season. This one wasn't a media night. This was just to enjoy. Didn't want to record anything. I just wanted to have a good time, walk around and stuff. So we went to SeaWorld for their version of Howl-O-Scream.
How was
a lot of five houses. They had 3 shows, I think it was. The rides were open, bunch of food, bunch of drinks, all that good stuff. So there was some duds. I'm not going to lie. There were some absolute duds of houses that were super short, a lot of missed opportunities, that sort of thing. But there were some good ones. But I think it's more for the ticket price and all that compared to other options. It's definitely something you should put on your calendar. I think they ran from September 2nd all the way through the 2nd of November, I want to say. So it's definitely something you should put on your calendar if you're in the Central Florida area. I would definitely highly suggest that. But moving on, hold
on. I need to, since we're talking about going to different places, and first of all, really, it's this channel really has been your hub, no pun intended, kids, for all things Fright Night kind of things, haunted houses, haunted fields. I mean, seriously, you're doing such a great job. But I just got a message. Well, first of all, what night is Hallowed, the concert? When is that going to be again?
So that is going to be Halloween night on Friday.
Halloween night. Okay. Which is not on Thursday. It's on Friday.
Correct. The Friday is going to be on a Friday, this Friday.
So the question that just came in was, when are you finally going to commit to going to Raccoon Island?
So here's the answer to that question. As soon as I go to Frogland, that's when.
Well, no, but that's a nice twofer, right? Frogland and then Raccoon Island, or vice versa. You don't know.
I've been seeing a lot with the like. Thankfully, none of the hurricanes and storms we had a lot of rain here, but none of the hurricanes have actually come our way. It's a lot of AI raccoon memes lately. I don't know if you've been seeing. It's like them blowing away through tornadoes and hurricanes and flying off into space. I don't know why, but there's like an uptick of these things. These AI things are getting a bit ridiculous. Some of
Oh
this
yeah.
stuff that's coming out. So
Well, you saw what I do with the Tin Man and the New York Rangers, right? And
yes,
I did
yes.
that.
It's fun to have fun with it a little bit. With some, it's like, oh, okay, because
it could be scary.
because the thing is, unfortunately, a lot of people still don't understand that. Sumo wrestler jumping over, the Empire State Building is not real. Like it's
Right.
not actually happening, but people don't quite understand that. But so then, of course, next month we got Thanksgiving, and this year, like I've been trying different things here and there. Like I think this year we're going to be going by a friend's house. So we're kind of switching things up and stuff. The tradition starts with, of course, the parade in the morning has to. Although I have to say, year to year, I'm getting less interested in, like, I miss when it was just mostly floats and occasional music here and there. Some of these Broadway plays that they're showing, like, I'm not making the connection.
Yeah.
And like that first hour.
How do you ruin Thanksgiving Day parade? Show me another opera that nobody's seen, nobody cares about, with bad lip syncing to people who don't want to be there. It's just terrible.
Yes, I think it's like 10:15 before the first float makes its appearance. That first hour and a half is just it's tough. There's a couple decent things here and there, but I still put it on. And I used to like torture the family. You got to come out. We got to watch it together. But now I understand. Like I'm probably driving them crazy trying to watch some of this stuff. So we that is still a tradition, even if it's just me that has it on. There was one year I put a little mini TV in the kitchen. But do you watch the parade every year?
So if I'm not at work, doing that, which I kind of like that, especially on Thanksgiving days like that, I think it's important to do what I'm lucky enough to do, in terms of helping others. But I love having it on in the background. So do I sit there and watch it like I used to when I was younger? No. But there's something comforting, like a warm blanket, seriously, about having it on at least in the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice.
It's nice, and then I think it goes to like noon or so, like that. Now then you shift to football at that point, unless you're eating super early. So before we get into that, what is the Darren Redmond food time? If you're home, again, I know last year you're at work and you ate late in the evening, but if you were a typical at home Thanksgiving,
okay. So here's the deal. So the appetizers, as my friend used to call them, appetizers. The appetizers start 1:30. Food starts really in earnest at about 3:30. My grandmother then would make portion after portion after portion until like 7. But I'd say dinner, even when I go out to different places, is 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Because that allows somebody, because you want to help everybody clean up. Hey, listen, here's a hint for those of you who are watching. Listen, don't just come over and eat. Help them clean up. Will you please?
Yes. The worst are the ones that come over to just eat, but they know that you're eating at 3 and they come at 3:55 and they got to leave early too. So not only did we hold up the meal, we are leaving early because something came up again. And help out. And at least if they say no, because sometimes there is a thing about too many cooks in the kitchen. At least
100%, but at least offer. Exactly. At least offer. And here's another thing too. We might have discussed this before. So I don't know about you, but if we are having Thanksgiving at the house that I live in, I am certainly, most people had their first portion, the second portion. We're segueing now to dessert. I know that I am eyeballing, I don't know, stuffed mushrooms, maybe stuffing, some more turkey. I don't know what it is. Like there's something I'm eyeballing to put away, and there's always some jackwagon, right? He means well, or she means well, who grabs that scoop of that. And I was sizing up for my fat man pants at about 10:30 at night when I'm watching the Friends or the Seinfeld rerun.
Yes. Now you're stuck with like the cranberry jelly or the cranberry sauce that is good, but let's be honest, like that
has a fingerprint.
Yeah, it's like I was just having a discussion about oatmeal the other day. It's not that I dislike oatmeal. It's like, but if I have my options, I do like it. But
Right.
if you're asking me to do my top 15 breakfast foods, let's be honest, there's 14 other things I'd rather be eating than
Of
oatmeal.
course.
Just because it's good doesn't mean I would rank it over most things. So I'm going to still eat the cranberry sauce, even if it moves on its own. But but that's not going to be the top player. And Soup Beat says 4 p.m. by him as well. So it's a good
Yes,
time.
4 p.m. Definitely Soup Beat. Absolutely. And it's like, I don't eat really a lot of carbs anymore, though I've had a couple more than I should lately. But how about this? You go there and you're like, oh, there's nothing to eat. Somebody must have taken this. Whatever. And you open up the mashed potatoes. You're like, okay, I'll have this. And there's a fingerprint in the mashed potatoes. Now you can't eat any of it. You got to throw it away. Who was so brazen and who was just so drunk that they put the mashed potatoes away with the thumbprint in the mashed potatoes? That has happened more than once.
Here's another one. This is when you know you have a little bit of anxiety. Is when you're trying to scoop the mashed potatoes and you're doing this, and it will not, like, everyone's watching you and they just want the mashed potatoes, and you're like, in your mind that you don't have quite enough on your plate, so you can't pass the mashed potatoes on yet. So you look like an idiot because you're trying to keep scoop and you just can't get it. You're shaking the spoon. And
Is he okay? Is he off his meds?
This is what I wanted. I wanted the sliver piece of mashed potatoes. I didn't want a whole mouthful.
Oh, absolutely. And I got another message I have to attend to in a second. But this did not happen on a holiday, but I need to share this because this traumatized me and made me laugh as a kid. So I don't know. It's like late 70s. I'm a kid, right? I don't know, 12, whatever it is, and 13, and maybe younger. And we're sitting there, we're having dinner, and it was like the winter, and we're just having Lipton instant soup and bread and butter sandwiches. Literally, that's it. Wonder Bread, butter, and Lipton noodle soup, right? Why? For no other reason, but we're in the mood for that. That's it. Something quick. So anyway, we're looking at it, right? And we're eating, we're like, is that a bug or something? Like, no, that's just the seasoning. That's just the pepper. That's just the seasoning, right? So, you
got to tell yourself that, but yes.
Yes. So we're eating it. I'm like, now we're about 89% done. And all of a sudden, my parent goes, and I quote, "I was wrong. Yeah, those are ants. Don't eat it anymore."
Okay. Yeah. It's time to walk. Yeah, I guess it's time to walk away. Oh my god. Oh, here's a great one. So Sports Fan mentioned mac and cheese. I know this is a weird comparison. Everyone always says, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Is mac and cheese a Thanksgiving meal? Because I feel like it never was, but I feel like it's a 2000s thing.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's a 2000 thing, which you might be right, but I became aware of it after 2000, so you might be right. It tends not to be in New York as much as it was when I went down south, but now up here, even Massachusetts, New York, it is. It is now firmly a Thanksgiving thing, and I love it. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, but now I have to have it on there. It never was before, but it's become one. Now, what is the one Thanksgiving item that you will pass? Like, not health wise or anything like that, just straight up. Is there something that you'll bypass on the display every year?
Yeah. There's a couple, but you mentioned the cranberry nonsense. I try to stay away. I love Brussels sprouts, but if they're not made properly, it's a hard pass. They have to be made right. But I'd say the cranberry sauce juice, because when it looks like the shape of the can, it just looks like it was already eaten. It just does. Now, when you kind of everything's. I'm learning, right? The way you have to present it has to be plated properly, right? I mean, I can't go back now. It's like you can't unscramble an egg. Now everything has to look like this. Now, if you put it into a nice clear dish and it's in a nice serving bowl or whatever the case would be. That's lovely. Let's go. No, look, Marion goes, no.
No.
Just a no. But no, when it looks like it was just out of the can, it's like on a paper plate. I just feel very no thanks.
Yeah.
Moving
No
on.
thanks.
How about you?
I do enjoy cranberry sauce. I do like. It's just there's times where like I wish that there was something else. Like it's the easiest thing, right? It's right there. You don't have to heat it up. It's just good as is. So sometimes I'll settle for it. And then there's some years where I'm like, the ham and the turkey aren't even calling my name, but everything else is. I'm like, just give me.
There are many a year that the ham and turkey are not. And no disrespect to anybody who makes it, and I'm sure they mean well or whatever. But let's be honest, dry turkey is horrible. Dry ham is even worse.
Yes,
it's
defeating if you've been you have it for 70 hours. You've done all the right things to flavor the turkey, and then if it turns out dry, it's like, well, okay, moving on.
Yep.
What about
more than baked rice?
Yes. What about on the pie front? Because you can never have. I don't think there's a wrong answer for pie on Thanksgiving. They're all good. I wish they had some sort of, like the cheesecake platters that you can get places where it's like there's the chocolate ones, the strawberry ones. It's like in a wheel. We need to have a pie that covers all your pie needs, so you don't have.
I would love that. So wheel o pie. Wheel o pie.
Yes.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
What is your favorite? Like, I like a sweet potato pie. Like last night for my birthday. I know these are not dessert pies. But like I had a spinach pie last night that was amazing. But in terms of dessert pies, give me a rhubarb. Give me pecan pie.
Pecan pie is the top for me. Yeah.
100%. Love it. Give me a good pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Now, do you put the whipped cream on top or on the side?
I like both, but typically on the top for me.
Oh,
are you a side person?
No, I like it on top too. I do. I'm like, that's the way it's supposed to be. A little, just a little drop right on top. Boom. As I mispronounced that word, I am sure. But now let me ask you this. Are you a caveman or cave person like I am? Do you use the same fork for your dinner, your turkey and your ham, and then your dessert? Or are you a sophisticated, I have indoor plumbing and use a dessert fork in that?
Yeah, no, the same one.
Me too.
I try to, I say same one, but sometimes what happens is we'll have the main meal and then we're too stuffed to have dessert just yet. So then we play some games or whatever. And then by the time it's time for dessert, I've already disposed of said fork and now I've got to get a new one because I've gotten rid of it. And Mom says she loves cranberry sauce and the stuffing. Yes, you can't go wrong with the stuffing. You can go wrong with the stuffing if you use stovetop on Thanksgiving. Like that should not be allowed on Thanksgiving. It has to be homemade, I would say. But
now, do you put your stuffing in the turkey or do you put it all on the side?
We have not in the turkey, so I'm sure that would be fine. But we've always done it on the side as like a separate thing. This year, since we're going to a friend's place, we'll probably make one or two things and bring it with. But when you're hosting, I think you have to have it on the side. I think that's just me.
So now you're going to your friend's house. You said for Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
Will they be there?
What'd you say?
Will they be there, or you just breaking in?
Oh, break him in. Totally break him in.
Why not?
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. But the other thing when it comes to Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff too is the people getting back to, remember those people we were talking about that they get there late and then they need to leave early, but they always seem to have, the people that need to leave early always seem to have just enough time for you to make them a to-go plate that's very large. Like they almost sound like that they haven't eaten in months, and like providing this extra food to them is like the nicest thing ever. So they have those extra minutes, but they still got to leave early,
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we do, right? We always make a little extra just in case. But like they're feeding their family for a week. What are you doing? What you just come by and now you're bringing like half the food home. If you need me to make 3 plates, just be honest and say, Darren, I want to feed the kids up the street. And I will make you plates.
Yes.
I have no, just be honest.
And she says, no matter what holiday, love the cheesecake. Yeah, the cheesecake's always good. But on Thanksgiving, you're not going to remember the cheesecake because it's all about the pie. But if it's there, I'll eat it.
No, I do agree. Pie is Thanksgiving. Now, could you have a cake there? Absolutely. But it's pie. It's pie holiday, not a cake holiday.
Yeah, I agree. And then also when it comes to Thanksgiving, of course, there's putting the football games on. They seem to have gotten better. I still, if on the occasion, if the weather's nice enough, you go out in the yard, you toss the football around. Unfortunately, I haven't had like a time where we've had like dozens of people over where we have enough for an actual game. Like, and the kids really aren't into sports, so that's usually don't get to throw the football around. If it is, it's just me throwing the ball in the air. But so I think that would be at some point. I'd love to have like a really large one, even though like on TV it seems fun sometimes. Like you see these large gatherings, but in reality it's probably a nightmare. Everybody yelling at each other and so much stimulation and stuff like that. But
well, see, and that was always another thing too, because again, let's be honest. I mean, in my opinion, anyway, the culture has changed a little bit. You're not getting as dressed up for Thanksgiving as you used to. Maybe why? Because the traditional John F. Kennedy type, football game after eating or before eating is nice. It's wonderful, right? I mean, we would do that. Even I was married already with kids, and we'd have that nice annual football game, and that was great. But there was always like the 3 kids, and they were lovely kids, wonderful, whose parents forced them to wear shoes, and they couldn't play. They'd be walking out there, they just, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yes, yeah.
You can't, because why is the kid wearing shoes? And then, all they want to do is be a kid, right? And all they want to do is play, and which is great, and we want to do that. And then there's always some parent going, "Oh, those are your good pants. Be careful."
Yes.
Let the kid be a kid.
Yes. Yep. That's man. Yeah, she says how rude.
How rude, exactly.
We did get blessed with, like, I think there was one year where we had temperatures in the 40s, 50s. Usually it's 82 or something ridiculous. But now last year we tried something new. We went to Cracker Barrel. Well, we didn't go there, but we did the whole. We pay them, like, we bought the pies and stuff, but we pay them. They prepare everything. We go pick it up. We freeze it, or we put it in the fridge and then we serve. But although it seemed like a good idea, it was so much reheating and moving around. So by the time we were done keeping everything warm, it was like we might as well have just made it all ourselves anyway. It's not their fault or anything. It's just, I think the only time that it's worth doing the Cracker Barrel is if you're fortunate to have a very large oven with multiple places to put things, because otherwise it was just rotating. By the time you got back to rotation, something got cold again, and
Well, that's the thing that sincerely really impresses me. We have so many people, and Marion could speak to this, I'm sure. They time everything perfectly. I don't know how you do that. I just, everything comes out hot. Everything stays hot. I mean, sure, we can microwave now, but they were getting it right in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. I don't remember eating a lot of cold food, right? It was all me. I have trouble, boiling an egg. It's just, it's wonderful,
Yeah.
And I'm still feeling bad about the kids with the shoes. I'm sorry.
Of course. Yes. You're sorry. It's okay. We feel for them.
It's like the kid. It's like the kid, and it's not the kid's fault. Parents out there, listen, take it from me. All right. Your old pal Darren. If you're going out, right? Now, this might not happen in Florida because it doesn't snow very much, but for, for Christmas or New Year's or whatever the case may be, when it's snowing, right? And you're invited over to play with the other kids in the family, do not put your kid in mittens. No.
Oh, no.
Mittens no. Because you cannot make a good snowball in a mittens. You really can't help with the snowman with the mittens. You just sit there and you look sad.
Yes. So now, I want to, I see that we're coming up. We've got about 7 minutes left or so. So I'm going to make a judgment call here. I think we're going to postpone the Christmas side of things to a
Yep.
later episode as we get closer, because there's still a couple things I want to chat about Thanksgiving. So do that. So of course, so you watch the first game, if you're home and all that kind of stuff, and you're by then you're probably, like you said, snacking and stuff. Then the second game comes on. Now, here, so obviously the food, it makes you sleepy, all that kind of stuff. So when you have people over, like it's a real thing. Like when you're fighting that, like, I need a hard nap, but I can't because there's 12 people here kind of vibe. So like,
and I'm driving a bus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, driving a bus. And then now they have the evening games. I think there's 3 games on
Yep.
Thursday. And they do the one now. What is your? Were you ever a Black Friday shopper person? Like, was that ever you or no?
No.
So
My family, yes, but I don't do
Okay.
it.
I was when the sales started at 4 or 5 in the morning. There was just something about getting up early,
Sure.
getting breakfast, going, or actually no, it was get up early, get coffee, go to some stores at 4, 5, 6 a.m., get some breakfast, go home, take a nap, then wrap everything. Like that used to be the tradition. But ever since they put everything on Thanksgiving, I was like, no more of that. I'm not sacrificing family time to go to Walmart to buy curtains and, DVDs. So that's changed through the years, but so that used to be the tradition, is the Friday morning after would do that. What about on the beverage side on Thanksgiving? What is at your table beverage wise?
As an adult?
Yes.
Okay. Without sounding bougie, obviously there's got to be some like Pellegrino, right? And then there's a lot of Fresca, and then for those who like libations, there's wine and spirits. But for me, I usually have a lot of Pellegrino.
Okay. I change every year.
And then coffee.
Coffee, yeah. I think, because some people it's the eggnog early. Some people, you talked about that. I think that's after Thanksgiving thing. Some people it's the apple cider. For me, it's kind of random. There's nothing that I like need to have. It's kind of like whatever's there is there. There's nothing that I have. Like drink wise, I'm okay to have whatever. It's never been a thing for me. But I am a wait till after Thanksgiving for eggnog person for sure. Because I don't know why. Just like I don't know why we don't do Thanksgiving in June or something. Like we do Christmas in July. Why can't we do Thanksgiving in June? Like because a lot of these items are so good, and to have them once a year almost feels wrong. Like we're doing a disservice. But because reality, like how often do you have stuffing? Like it can be done all year long, but we only have it.
No, well, thank you. You know what it's like? It's like watching. Charlie Brown Christmas, in May, right? You just don't have stuffing, in June. You just don't. It's not right. It's just off. So you're going to dive into stuffing. We love stuffing. Now, I just love it. And don't mess with it too much, right? Like there's certain things that go into a stuffing, and that's it. Don't be putting like weird stuff into the stuffing, because I want no surprises. My mouth wants to have no surprises when I'm enjoying my stuffing.
Enjoying your stuffing, yeah. No. And Joe is with us, so hello, Joe. We're kind of wrapping things up here, but thanks for coming by. Say hi.
Hey, Joe. What do you know?
We're talking about our traditions on the Halloween, fall, and Thanksgiving side. We've decided to push Christmas off to a later episode. Because that's going to take a whole episode in itself for that one. So what I want to do here, I'm going to pause for a quick, I almost said for a station identification. I'm going to pause here because Darren, as you know, we go live Thursdays as well. And so while we do incorporate a lot of sports talk in here, I've kind of just been led this next couple of episodes just to kind of expand just a little bit. We'll reel it back in when we need to on the sports realm, and we can talk about sports whenever we want. But I thought, let's go ahead and I'm going to share the wheel of names, because Thursday, if you're up for the challenge, I'm going to share this here. And while we will catch up everyone with the world of sports on Thursday, I thought we would designate a portion of our live on Thursday night to whatever is selected from our wheel of names. What do you think about that? How does that work for you?
Love that. I love your wheels.
And then speaking of wheels, this is the week of wheels. A week from tonight, a good friend of mine, Pastor Jordan Bonilla, is going to be our guest on the podcast. And so what I thought we would do is we'll bring the wheel live aspect on the show, which means no prep time. We're going to have a wheel of randomness on next Sunday night's episode. And whatever it lands on, we got to go 5 minutes on that topic. And we're just going to have some fun with that. So I think that'll be really cool. Right off the cuff, no prep, just whatever happens. He's a great, we'll have a lot of fun with him, I should say, like on that one. So we'll do that. So with that said, guys, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to see what our episode is going to be about on this Thursday evening coming up. So here we go. And we're talking 90s sitcom. So what will we
like that
here? Can you see the wheel? Yes, you can. Okay. Here we go. Let's see it. The winner. Here we go.
Oh, I hope it's Alf. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Awesome. King of Queens. That was coming to you on Thursday night. I'm very excited for that now. So let me unshare this guy here. Okay. So King of Queens, gonna have a ton of stuff to talk about with that. That's in my top 3. Yeah. So I'm excited for that one. So
great show.
Here Thursday night, we're gonna talk King of Queens. We're gonna catch you up on all things NHL, MLB, NBA, NFL, all that good stuff. We'll catch you up on Thursday night. Darren, any closing thoughts on the whole Thanksgiving fall things, Halloween world?
Well, actually, if I can just deviate for a second, because you wanted to talk real quick about the 15-inning affair between Seattle.
Yes, thank you. Let's do that. Yes.
No, all I'm going to say was that was baseball as it should be. Loved everything about it. I love a pitching duel. I love good defense. I love the fact that there's no stupid ghost runner. It was wonderful. It was wonderful to watch. One of those games where it's sad that one of those teams had to lose.
It was. I was like, man, I felt for like to see Scooble as excited and whatever as he was. I'm like, man, that stinks. Like I felt like it wasn't going to go their way. What I loved about it is I love watching not just the relief pitchers, but the starting pitchers getting a chance to pitch in the 12th inning and to see when they get that third out, just that raw emotion. You know, everyone says, let's go. Like that's the thing to say now. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, it's that. But that to me, I'm like, man, I wish the Mets, like I'm putting myself in that perspective. And I knew in my head, like as much as I wanted the Mets to be there, the 2025 Mets team, there weren't like our bullpen wouldn't have been able to do those kind of like they would have given up 4 hits, 5. Like it would, they can't hold, they can't shut down anybody for, you know, in big games like that. So hopefully next year they can. But
so real
here it's actually out for the year next year. But it is what it is.
So 2 things real quick. One, what did you think of the end of the Los Angeles Dodgers Phillies game? What a way to end the game! I felt so bad for that pitcher. You know, just like that was just that. Yeah. That was just vapor lock. And then I just got a text message from someone saying that stuffing can have anything in it. There's no limit to what's in it. I disagree.
Anything. So we could throw nerds in there. And
I guess so. Maybe.
Okay.
But what did you think of the LA Dodger Philly ending? Terrible.
We'll see. I don't know. I can't. Terrible. Now, do you think like would he have had enough time to turn around and throw the ball to first base? I think.
I think so.
Yeah, it would have been close. But yeah, no, it has been great. Like Joe says here, baseball players have been great even without the Mets and Yankees. I've actually found myself like low key rooting for the Mariners, enjoying the starting pitching for the Tigers. Even though I'm not a Phillies or Dodgers fan, I was like, wow, this is the best of the best playing right now, and that's how it should be. And it's cool to see, like, I know ratings wise, maybe that's not the attractive matchup, but like, how cool is it that not only were Toronto and Seattle the top 2 teams, but they've earned now they're playing to legitimately be the best team in the American League. It's going to be a phenomenal series. Toronto just scores run after run after run.
Yep.
And I have to say, as not as a Yankee fan, but as because Joe I know is a Yankee fan, I think they were disappointing, even though they were where they were, and they kind of righted the ship a little bit and didn't quite work out in the Toronto series. But it seemed like the last month of the season, that series with Boston, they kind of turned things in a better direction. Not sure if it's quite enough to warrant, we'll see what happens on the coaching wise and stuff like that. But Joe thinks Seattle versus Milwaukee is going to be the series. I think so too. I think they called that out a couple weeks ago. I said Mariners, Brewers. That Mariners lineup, the top 4 or 5 people, they're tough to get out. But again, so is Toronto. But that Mariners pitching, like from the top to the last person in the bullpen, I think it's gonna be a great series. I'm excited for that one. What do you think? Same thing, Seattle, Milwaukee in your end, or are you doing Toronto and LA?
I think it's going to be Toronto and Milwaukee.
Yeah. I think
the Dodgers were lucky to get out of that series. I truly believe that.
I think so. And there's just something about the Brewers manager. He's just got that managerial aura about him, I guess you could say. Yep. So
and I think Toronto Seattle is going to be a heck of a series.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's on tonight's game 1, correct? If I'm not mistaken. So,
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's tonight. So let me check again real quick before we go off. Yes, they're in the top of the 4th inning, and it is 1-0 Toronto right now. So we will see.
Okay, so real quick now again, we have a stuffing update. See, this stuff is not weird, so it's fine. Like sausage could be stuffing. That's fine. Yes. And cranberries, I've never had. I will try that, but that would freak me out a little bit. Thyme, very good. Have you had it with cranberries?
No, I have not. I have not had it with cranberries.
Almonds. I don't know about almonds. I don't want nuts in my bread like that. I don't want my stuffing. Like sausage, yes, all day, every day. That's the Italian part. But,
I think almonds could go wrong. I think that's
and I love almonds, but I don't know about it in my sausage. I would do dried cranberries. I would do that. I would like that, but I don't know about almonds.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting this Mediterranean. So I'm be doing a diet. So basically, a lot of the
Mediterranean diet is wonderful.
Yeah, so it's the carbs is going to be the hardest thing because you have to have some, right? You can't have 0, but trying to navigate that is challenging. But we'll see how that goes.
Oh, Joe said it's crusty and old school. So Joe, with the final decision, we have people writing in about almonds in stuffing. Joe, yes or no?
Crusty. Yes.
No, see the rice.
Yeah. I think what was the worst one thing we didn't on the Thanksgiving front? There was one item the sweet potatoes. That's another huge one as well.
Oh, I love
no
almonds.
Okay,
so no almonds. So I was no almonds. I don't know if Barron's still on, but like different strokes, different folks. Like if the person wants it, just give it a heads up. Don't let me bite in and find out it's in there. Like I would definitely try with almonds, but I want the heads up.
Yes. Yep. So this has been an outstanding, fun evening, guys.
Yes.
Super, super excited for what's to come. Again, just to refresh your guys' memories there, we're going to be live on Thursday. We're going to talk King of Queens, one of the best sitcoms I think that there's ever been. We're going to talk, catch you up on the world of sports on Thursday. And then on Sunday evening, we'll be live with Pastor Jordan Bonilla. Will be on with us as well. We're going to talk about who knows what. We're going to have the fun wheel there with a bunch of miscellaneous random stuff. So we're going to have a blast on Sunday night as well. And we are getting closer to that family Christmas extravaganza, which Around the Ballpark will be present for. So that is just about 10 weeks away. It is coming up quicker than you can think. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining the podcast tonight. Remember to hit that like button and share with everybody. Help us get that much closer to 3,300 subscribers. So Darren, have a great rest of your evening.
You too.
Until next time, everybody, we will see you around the ballpark. Bye, guys.